right, take two. Let's see how many times it takes. So, good morning, good afternoon, Thrive Nation. This is Chastity Marie, and our fearless leader has put together an incredible lineup of leaders that have been coming to you the last few days, just talking about different topics. And so I was on that list for today, and so I'm just going to make sure we have at least one person. Make sure I don't undo you guys like I did a minute ago. If somebody will give me just a thumbs up. I've got a new phone, and so I'm making sure I don't screw it up for all of you guys. So somebody just give me a thumbs up. Let me know you're there and watching. Awesome. All right. So good morning, Tish. Congratulations on your reset, sister. I'm so proud of you. Some of you may not know who I am. I'm Chastity Marie, and I'm incredibly excited to be partnered with you guys and be a part of the leadership. And Maria asked me last week to come to you and just kind of share something that she thought I was good at, and she didn't give me a topic, and so I'm like, I'm good at everything. I'm just kidding. But I thought, well, what could I do? And I thought about social media. I thought about fortune in the follow-up. So many topics that I just love to share, and I'm always sharing and passioning and imparting that into my team. But I thought, what better thing to teach you guys or share with you guys than just a realness? And so my team knows I master my calendar. I'm all about setting goals. I'm all about mastering your calendar, mastering your planner. And so I knew I had this call or this training video. And so I had been thinking, I had been preparing myself, but as I woke up this morning, I was struggling with a really bad headache, and I don't get those very much. I'm doing some different eating, I'm doing some different training, and so I think my body is having to adjust to those things. And so today I have just not felt it. Have you ever been where I'm just not feeling it today? We all go through that. And so I thought, as I was getting up and of course praying, God, do you want me to share social media? Do you want me to share follow-up? Do you want me to share, what is it you want me to share? And in my heart, I just felt, just be real. Because I think so many of you guys need to know that even as leaders, as we lead you guys, all the leaders that you have been talking to, or listening to their videos, they struggle with the same things you do. Sometimes they just don't feel it. Sometimes they just have inches of gray roots. They don't have time to take care of their self. Sometimes they're just burning it at both ends, keeping up with their team, keeping it up with their personal growth. And so anyway, it was very easy. It would have been very easy for me to just send Maria a quick message and just say, hey girl, I'm struggling with a headache. I'm just not feeling it today. I don't feel like I would be effective to do a video. And can you just put somebody in my spot, or I'll do it another day. But I really started to think about you guys and how much of an example that we have to set, that we have to say, even when we don't feel it, we have to do it. Because we understand this moment in time of where we are. We understand that even though we don't feel like I personally send out 5 mini experiences every single week. That's a goal I set for myself. That's a non-negotiable. Every single Sunday I sit down, and even when I'm not feeling it, I set my planner, I set my non-negotiables. And what that means is that just means things that are first and foremost, they're priority in my life, and they can't be switched or changed. And so you just have to be sure that when you don't feel it, that you continue to do it. And when you look at the leaders and you go, how are they successful? How do they keep going? How do they keep doing all of these things? You say it's because they do it on days where they just don't feel it. And so you've got to set that mindset. We can give you all of the training. We can tell you, we can give you scripts to follow up with your leads. We can give you things to say. We can give you creative marketing. We can show you different techniques, but we can't be there on those days when you just don't feel it. So, regardless of wherever you are in your journey, whether you're you've got, a $50 order or you've got $50 million in sales, you're going to have those days where you just want to feel defeated and you want to give up. And so my word here is to just encourage you. You've got to keep going. You've got to keep focused on your goals. We just watched all of our amazing thrivers go to the Dominican. I personally, because of personal reasons, couldn't make it. But I was so excited to watch my team. Guys, there's 3 vacations, what I call vacations, a year. And you leaders, y'all know it's not a vacation. Y'all get tired and exhausted pouring into your teams during that time. But if you see something that you want, add that to your goals. Add that to your vision. Add that to what you want to accomplish. I know right now in my mind, which the second that I heard about where the next getaway is, it's going to be in Canada, I already started thinking forward thoughts of how I'm going to accomplish. Who do I have that I can bring into my business? Who are the new customers that I want to expose to the experience now so that I can accomplish those goals? I don't have to wait for qualifications to come out. I don't have to wait for my leaders to tell me what to do. There's no waiting and there's no delay when you know what your goals are. Guys, just because a new qualification came out, just because a new product is coming out, nothing changes. We are still doing the same thing. I'm going to celebrate 3 years in March, and I'm still doing the exact same thing every single time a new product launches. I'm messaging those people, private messaging them and saying, okay, I don't know a lot about what this product X is. This is the word they gave us. Are you familiar with it? And maybe it's somebody that I know that has struggled with some mental clarity, or they've struggled with some things, or maybe they're my geeky friends, or they're my friends that question every ingredient, or those are the people that I'm taking the opportunity to expose them right now to something I don't even really know a lot about. And so for me, my position is I like to understand what I'm promoting. I like to know what it does for me, but I also understand the strategy of exposing people to what's coming. And so as you go into this newness and as you go into this time, you have to just know that it is consistency. It is going to be consistency, I believe, through the longevity of our time with Lavelle, through the history of Lavelle. It's going to be consistent. Our promos that come out, whether it's, doubles and triples, whether it's a new product, it's following up with people. It's sending those messages again. It's being that broken record. It's that engagement on Facebook. Are you what people want to be a part of? People get excited. They want to be part of something that you're doing because, guys, I'm going to be honest, even though we have an incredible, thriving life and we get to experience things that I say normal people don't, they want to be a part of something because the truth of the matter is that their life is usually, I'm not feeling it. They're not feeling like going to work. Some of them aren't feeling like being a mom. Some of them aren't feeling like being a wife. Some of them aren't feeling like being an employee. They're just not feeling it. And so with our Thrive and with all of the options and the opportunity that Lavelle gives us, and we imagine that we have those days, can you imagine those people in our sphere of influence that have never experienced the product, what they're going through? So it's about, they still need this and they don't know they need it just yet. So it's our responsibility to paint that picture. So many of them, they watch people go on vacation. They watch you guys go to the Dominican and they're going, gosh, what I wouldn't do for just a day off. What I wouldn't do for just a vacation. What I wouldn't do to be able to, I had several people message me and say, Chas, what I wouldn't do or what I would do with my car, if someone else was paying my car payment, if I had the opportunity to earn that car payment. And that's that opportunity that I don't pounce on them. I mean, I see some thrivers and literally I feel like they go for the throat. So you have to remember that it may take 5, 10, 15, 20 times of maybe a post about a car payment, a post about a vacation, a post about not feeling well but still doing your workout, a post about whatever it is until it's that moment that they go, I want what she has. And, you know, a lot of times what happens is we get in that rut and we get in that funk. And I do a lot of coaching calls at this point. You know, our team does millions of dollars in sales. And so I get a lot of people that call me and they say, Chas, how do I know how long I stay in that funk? How long do I, before I reach up to my leader? I don't want to bother my leader. I don't want to, my leader's busy. And I tell them, you know, yes, your leader is busy. Your leader has a lot going on, but the person that sponsored you, or maybe that person that sponsored you is not doing anything. The next person, I tell them like this. How long, women, question for you, how long, when your roots get gray, do you let them in? You're going, I got to do something about this hair. How long before the nails grow out and you're going, I got to do something about these nails? How long after a workout, an intense workout where you're sweaty and stinky and yucky, do you go, I need to shower because this is gross? That's the same thing with your mindset. You have to know how long can you stay where you are before you decide, I can't stay here anymore. And you have to know what is it that gets you out of that mindset. We all struggle. I'm telling you, I'm giving you a free pass to get in a funk and be funky sometimes. But I'm giving you I'm taking away your pass to stay there. I'm taking away your opportunity to stay in that funkiness. You know, sometimes my daughter will say, and you guys that don't know me, I'm not your leader. Y'all just have to love me because my team knows I share realness like this. So I'm sorry if I'm offending anybody. But my daughter will say, Mom, you stink, you funky. And so if someone is telling you, you stink, you funky, or you're just not yourself, or you just don't seem excited anymore, or you're just not motivated like you used to be, or take that and use that. One thing that I have learned, and this leadership, being in this position, it'll grow you and it'll challenge you more than you ever know, because people will tell you your faults. They'll tell you your flaws. Yes, they will put you up on a stage in a spotlight, but the second you don't say something or do something that they like, they'll shoot you down. You remember that duck hunt game, the duck hunter? Sometimes I feel like that's how us leaders are. We're up there and the people from the sideline are shooting their ducks and they're, you know, we go falling down because something happens. And guys, you have to learn to grow thick skin, but you have to always have a safe heart, a soft heart. And so, you know, go into it with, how can I learn from what someone just said? And what I tell people is, you know, we're all going to get down. Even if you have a great coaching call and you get back up, our PPA goes up and down. Your personal performance, it's going to go up and down. And it's not always just because you're not working. My PPA can go down, and I'm working booths, I'm working events, I'm talking to people. Nobody's buying my product right now, but I have to stay consistent. Last night, I'm laying on the couch, literally laying on the couch. I did a run yesterday, tired and exhausted, and I got an email that I got a new customer. I had not done anything yesterday except for talk to a couple people at the run. I did not put my card in anybody's hand at the run. I did not, I posted a few things. But yesterday, to be honest, I didn't really work my business per se, other than wearing my DFT and doing the things that I always do. And laying on my couch, I got a customer. So I say all of that to say, it's got to be a part of your life every single day. And you have to know, okay, this gets me in a funk and this gets me in a rut. When my PPA is down, this is this. You have to know how I'm going to stay there a shorter amount of time. I'm going to shower quicker because I don't want my daughter saying I'm funky. I'm gonna not get down and discouraging. I want to be somebody that edifies and uplifts and encourages people. So anyway, I don't know that, I hope Maria is not disappointed in me, and I didn't do really a training per se and give you tips on social media or things like that, but I just wanted to let you guys know that you have to make the decision to stay where you are or to catapult yourself forward. And the topic was, you know, my mindset and when do I reset? Mindset reset has to be every single day. Guys, mindset reset has to be something that is on the forefront of your mind. And my team knows that I'm very incredibly strong in my faith, and I put that on the forefront, and that's a non-negotiable in my life. And so I believe that the renewing of our mind has to be a constant thing. You can be driving down the road and somebody cut you off and you want to tell them they're number one, And you have to continue to get that mindset right. You know, it's hard to tell someone they're number one when you are wearing your DFT and it says, I am kind on it, you know. You have those words of affirmation. So constantly be looking down at your DFT and be reminded you're kind, you're courageous, you're unstoppable. But it starts here, guys, and it's going to be a constant thing. You're always going to have naysayers. I never have liked the terminology. You're always going to have haters. I'm like, I don't want to have haters. I don't want people hating me. And, you know, I did some study on it. I did some research, and hate's a strong word. But what happens is that people see you overcoming things that they can't seem to find a way to overcome. And so they don't know how to channel, just like we don't know how to channel our frustrations. We don't know how to channel our defeat. We don't know how to channel things in our life. They don't know how to channel things. So it turns into hate and anger, and they shut us down when we're talking about, you know, being happy and be real. Let people know you have those days that you struggle. Oh my gosh, I laid there this morning for a while and didn't take my capsules. And I took my capsules and I felt better. I started to feel good. I got up and it's sunny today. Yesterday it was cold, but today it's sunny. That vitamin D it makes me feel good. I get encouraged. I'm headed out. I'm going to go do some lifting. That makes me feel better. I went and got me a lime water. It's yummy. It's refreshing. I love lime water. Know what you need. Know what makes you happy, even if it's something simple like a lime water. Know something that gets you encouraged in your business, and do those things more often so that you stay in a funk for less amount of time. So guys, I just want to encourage you as you get ready for your week, as you get ready to set whatever it is, your personal goals, your spiritual goals, your business goals. You're not going to know where you're headed if you do not set those goals. You're not going to know what you have accomplished. My background is in IT, and so you would think that I would do everything from my phone, but I'm a visual. I want to see my planner and my calendar, and I choose to highlight it. I choose to write it. I choose to mark it off, because if I have those weeks that, you know, I said in the beginning that I had 5 people that I want to expose to the product, if for some reason that doesn't happen, if I beat down all my friends and nobody's wanting to try my product this week, but yet I can look back at my planner and I say, you know what, I didn't get 5 this week, but last week I got 10. I give myself grace. I don't feel defeated. I don't feel discouraged. I give myself grace and go, you know what, girl, you're going to kick it in gear, and you're going to do better next week. And I know a lot of psychologists. It's proven I need a good psychologist. That's why my daughter wants to go to college to be a psychologist. But I know some of you people don't think about, you know, it's cool to talk to yourself. Talk the heck to yourself. Tell yourself how amazing you are, how beautiful you are, how strong you are, how empowering you are, how competent you are, how you can share this product with strangers, how you can talk to people that are discouraging, how can you talk to people that are negative, you talk to yourself in the mirror. Because if you can't talk to yourself and you can't edify, uplift, and encourage your own self, you will not edify, uplift, and encourage anyone else. And the world needs us. The world needs us innovators. The world needs everything that we have. The world needs our help to get out of debt. I can tell you there is no greater feeling to live in a life of options that you have. Guys, there's no difference. There's no difference between you and I. My sponsor, Amber Manquist, introduced me to a product. She believed in me before I knew I needed anything. She trusted her product more than I trusted a natural product. And she put that product in my hand. And because she put that product in my hand, thousands, I'm going to get emotional, thousands of lives have been changed. Guys, I often think about what would have happened if I'd have shut her down, if I'd have never said yes, if I would have never exposed anybody else in my circle of influence to a product. Now, you have the same product and you have the same opportunity. What's the difference? The difference perhaps is I do it when I don't feel like it. I talk to myself. Now, don't answer back to myself just yet. I talk to myself. I edify, I uplift, I encourage myself. I compete with no one else but myself. I know how long is too long to stay funky. I know how long is too long to stay down. I've been there. I've stayed there. I've lived there. And I will not live there anymore. And you shouldn't either. Get out, get up, whatever it is. Set your goals this week. Know where you're headed. Small goals. Small goals. If you don't feel like you're a big planner for the whole entire month, plan this week and set those little goals and say, here's what I'm going to accomplish, and this is what I'm going to do. Watch it continue to evolve. I never in a million years dreamed that I would be watching lives transform, but I'm watching people that have just not given up. What is it? No, I have literally talked to people on my team that I can tell you, they have done every follow-up. They have talked to every person. They've listened to every call. They have done everything. As a leader, every leader in this organization, every sideline that they have, every leader, they've done everything. I literally pray for them and go, God, what is it? They're doing everything I tell them to do. That was me before I was introduced to this. I was in one other business. Maybe some of you don't know my story. I was in one other business, direct sales. I was doing everything they told me to do. I was sharing every time. I was even wearing a green tutu to conference and being silly and doing things that they told me to do. I was walking up to people with pictures of bellies on them and walking up to them, and they were telling me, are you saying I'm fat? I mean, I was doing everything they told me to do, and I was not seeing growth. But it was timing and it was opportunity. And when that time came, I was positioned. I was pretending like I had a team of hundreds when I had a team of 20. I was pretending that I was doing millions of dollars in sales when I was doing 10,000 in sales. And look where it positioned. You're one person away. You're one mindset away from everything you ever dreamed of. Are you building relationships? Are you staying consistent? Are you staying constant? And are you getting out of that funk? Get out of your own head, get out of your own way, and go make this a reality. I don't know what your dreams are. I don't know what your goals are. I don't know what your visions are, but they are in reach for you. What is reach? It may be 2 weeks. It may be 2 months. It may be, if someone would have told me 3 years ago, if you'll work like nobody's business in 3 years, you'll be a millionaire, I probably would be a zillionaire because I really would have believed it. Guys, there are so many leaders in this organization that have told you and they have believed in you and they're working with you. You're just a few people away from your moment in time. So what I'm telling you is be ready, be positioned, and be prepared, because one morning you may wake up with that person in your organization that creates a team for you that you have to step into immediate leadership. And leadership it's not a title. It's not a rank. Leadership is a challenge. Leadership is a opportunity, and leadership is something we can't take lightly. So, excuse me. Yes, I did just sneeze on y'all because I'm holding back my emotion. But so get ready for your week. Get ready for us to find out what our new product is. Already start exposing people. I'm excited about watermelon. Love me some Activate. Love me pina colada. So I'm already talking about it. Again, be ready to expose people. Make sure you've set the date on your calendar. That was one of my issues. I didn't plan very well as far as what my daughter would have, and so I had to miss the Dominican. But I didn't miss it because parts of my heart was there. And so you have to look at other people and don't get jealous and don't get sad and upset. Encourage people on the journey. Encourage. I always say, look out for those that aren't clapping for you, because someday they're going to be wanting some claps, and we will always experience the things. I experienced in a previous leadership some questions and things that I didn't understand, not in this organization, but my previous business. And now going back through, I've watched and I've thought, this is why this leader did this. And when I questioned and maybe was negative about it, I'm realizing, oh my gosh, like I'm going through those things now. So never judge somebody's journey, because you may be humbly placed in that position where you have to make decisions that you don't understand. And so you have to be preparing yourself right now. I don't care if you have a $50 order or $50 million in orders. Be preparing yourself to lead a team to absolute greatness, and not because you're in the front, but because you're beside them, holding their hand, running with them. We have to all work hard. We have to all requalify. We have to all work on our PPA, but it starts with us. It starts with the mindset, and it starts with believing that you can, and believing that you have the power to accomplish anything that you want. Nobody can tell me no. Nobody can tell me I can't, because this girl believes in herself, and this girl believes in you. Y'all have an amazing Super Bowl Sunday. I'm sorry my Cowboys aren't there, but enjoy your family. Wear your DFT. Pass the beer or the water or the mashed potatoes with your DFT in their hand. If they don't believe you, park your Lavelle vehicle at the front. Get there early so that your family, I know we are Hispanic, so there's a lot of us, and so I want to get there early, and I park my vehicle in the front so they can all see it, because I want them to know they too can. They too can. So just know, if you're not believing in yourself, you have an incredible list of leaders that are believing in you. Until you're there, we're waiting on you. We'll talk to you soon.